Yay! Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sussex Saturday. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are. I'm VS Speaks Royally. And yeah, should be a good time. I might be able to get done in 10 minutes. No, I'm kidding. But hello to everyone. Okay, so the group is a little bit small enough. Church Nelly was here earlier and dropped in her comments. She'll probably pop back in. So, hello to Church Nelly, Gwendolyn, Rosa, Lydia, Alma, let me see, Black Queen, Mina, Marshar, Emma, Joy, Sonia. Who else? I think that's it so far that has dropped out of the clouds. So to those of you in the clouds at the space station, hello to you also. Hey, Mama Jane, how are you? Hey, Firefly, how are you? Okay, so when I set up the live stream yesterday, I had no clue what I was going to be talking about. So I was like, okay, I'll just say, Harry and Meghan, what's up? Well, the universe answered. And there's such good stuff coming up for them. People, with Meghan, she's still quiet in the sense of driving the derangers crazy, being so quiet. But I'm loving that Harry is booked and busy. And we're going to find out. And I hope everybody is out there clicking those links and signing up and, participating. Let's show them what Squad is really all about. And that is supporting to the fullest. Okay. Mm-hmm. So how I love to do, and usually I get started with this first, but the disclaimer, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Mm-hmm. My favorite quote of Harry and Meghan, found on the Archwell site. Each of us can change our communities. All of us can change the world. So, going through AKA News, which is the Bird app, Twitter, for those that may not understand. I saw some reviews and I wanted to just grab them, and there was some other little tidbits out there. So first, the BU-EDU has taken or given their spin and just saying, like Harry Spare is a gold mine for historians. And, now that Harry and Meghan have done the documentary, Harry's book is out, it does give a unique opportunity for them to have told their side. And then I love this last. Historically, they have done their job. Boom. That's it. They said what they said. Nobody should be trying to, there's people deep diving. Oh, that was me. That was the girl behind the pub, the crazies. But other than that, I just think it's fascinating to see people are still talking about the documentary. And we know they're talking about Spare, and they're going to be talking about it even more shortly. I'll show you what that's all about. So Archwell has a new project. The Archwell Foundation helps launch Responsible Technology Youth Powered Fund. So on February 18th, they had this out on the site, and it just gives a little bit. The link to Archwell is in the description so that you can get there and read for yourselves. But it's with the youth, and we know that that is something that is dear to their heart, to make online safer. So, not only can they be on there without being attacked, but everyone else can be on there. And when I say attacked, it's not where, we go through trash time and hee hee ha ha type stuff. Like the threats that are coming at them and others, that needs to stop. That should never, ever be allowed. Bullying taken to another level, and the youth are feeling it even more so. So yeah, go out there and read it. I like to drive, the audience to the actual site so you can see it yourself, and don't take my word for it. See what they say, get your understanding of it, and all that good glory stuff. Hey, sex toy lady. Hey, information man. How are you? Good to see you both. Hey, Angela, how you doing? So on all of those fronts, we joyfully can say, Spare, we know, has been a New York Times bestseller. There's still reviews coming in from different individuals. So when I see them out on Twitter, I like to grab them. So the Lake County Public Library, and I just love this. They're like, we finally got our hands on spare copy of Prince Harry's new book to use. So the comments under there, people were like, oh, yay, so. And I guess they have this thing that's Book Face Friday. So I thought that was cute to share. Another one is from Forbes, which I thought Forbes had already said something on this book, but thank you to the squaddie who posted this, because I was able to just take a screenshot. Prevailing themes throughout Spare are trauma, betrayal, and loss, which many people can relate to. Prince Harry presents a powerful and courageous look at the dynamics of an astonishingly dysfunctional family trapped in an emotional poverty. I'll just let that speak for itself. Another review, and because it's from NewJersey.com, I was like, oh, okay. We're all getting into this. So the bye-bye haters, Prince Harry Spare is too complex for you to understand. I think some of us in Squad were saying that. But I love that I see it in writing. So, Excuse me, had to take a sip of my tea. You know how I do. So the Library Journal is showing how Spare, one of the fastest selling adult nonfiction books since 2004. Of course, they have to add in all the others. But, when you're on the list with President Obama, Michelle Obama, is there anything to complain about? Okay. Now, what took me by surprise when I opened my phone and there was, and it's 11:11. Awesome time. So it took me by surprise when I saw this headline. I was like, say what? Am I looking at that right? So shocker, because how often does Harry do special events? And this one is for his book. So he has announced a surprise Spare event with a special guest. He's going to be holding a live stream to discuss his book. The guest is also going to be discussing the book. So this was on People. So, I took a second look because I was like, what are they talking about? But he is gearing up for a live virtual event to discuss his memoir, and I'm loving it. It's going to be, where there's him and his guests are going to be discussing living with loss and the importance of personal healing. And then they're going to take some questions from the audience. which can be submitted when registering for the live event. So the link to this event, which is, let me just make sure I have it right in my notes. So this event is coming up on March 4th, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. You can find the link to the article on People as well as the link to register in that. Now, the ticket price includes a copy of the book. So just so you know, that's the extra that you get. But you'll be able to, and this is exclusive because it's not going to be where I'm sure some people will be sitting there trying to screen record, but it's not one of those type of events. All right. So in addition, because I said Harry's booked and busy, let me get back over to my screen. So we know that this coming Tuesday, well, you may not know, Harry's going to be, again, thanks to Colbert, Squad is on everything. They watch every little thing. So this coming week, Tuesday, Harry will be on as a guest doing the, how do they pronounce it? The Colbert Questionert. So this was during his previously recorded interview. I love that there is different segments that are now coming out with regard to that. So tune in 11:35 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday the 28th. Set your DVR, and you'll be able to hear and see all that, Stephen asked him, because we did have people who were like, Stephen didn't ask these questions, but hold your breath. You never know what could be asked and then what could be answered. Okay, so that's on the 28th. So we know the 28th, then you have March 4th is the event. The link is in the description. And of course, we know the upcoming event on March 7th and 8th. Both dates start 9 a.m. Pacific time. So line that up to your time. Also, the link to register to that. My understanding is that the in-person is completely sold out and you can only do virtual for Uplift. So just taking a sip of my tea, excuse me. So those are some of the good goodies that we have with Harry coming up, and just the rave reviews still coming in for Spare, and it's a yay moment. It's a yay moment. So I'm going to jump into comments really quickly, and then before we move into what is everyone's favorite time. But before we even get there, I have a little meme that I snagged from a squaddie online. So hey Annie, how are you? Good to see you. Okay, you have fun, be safe out there. Hello Brenda. Hey CG, how are you? Lydia, I barely get it out. And she's like, trash time. Sometimes I wonder why y'all just enjoy it a little too much. Hey, Cookies and Cream, my manager, how are you? I had to scroll back up. There's Angie Hart, how are you? Hildy, how are you? All right, just making sure I haven't missed anybody. Julianne, how are you? Tier. All right, I'm missing quite a few people. All right, I had to scroll back up. My bad. Yeah. Ha. All right, so it's just a lot of hellos, and I hope everybody is well, and those that have joined since I've been, talking on. Make sure you have your little, your diaries, your calendars out, and you're marking your calendars and setting up DVRs or whatever you have to do, Make sure any work meetings that you can, kind of work around that and do the dual, have your personal laptop airing or, listening in on the live events for Harry, as well as the headset on and participating on work, calls. Not that I do that, but, I'm just saying. Multitasking is very, very, very important. Hello, Dolores. Hey, Faith. How are you? All right. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Please excuse me if I did. Charge the eyes, not the heart. Let me go ahead on and share this meme. I saw this meme. It's called Karma and it's pronounced haha F you. I saw that. I bust out laughing. I can't even remember under what tweet it was, but it fit perfectly. But yeah, that's a new one I've added to whichever live stream I'm doing. If it calls for whatever the topic is of situation, this is what you're going to see pop up. So, all right. Before we get into the shenanigans of trash time, is there anything else? Anybody else heard anything on the good side for Harry or Meghan that I'm not aware of? Because, I don't know all things. I try, but I don't. No? Going once, going twice? I got a little extra rest last night, or this morning, I should say. So I'm a little on the silly side. All right, here we go. Let me go down here. All right. If you're all ready and prepared, all hearts and minds are in agreement. Let's get on into the favorite thing. It's your favorite time. Trash time. Trash time. Trash time. Okay. It is trash time. That's true, Gwendolyn. Just hearing Harry's voice is absolutely fabulous. Yeah. That I can listen to the British accent and be happy. Other folks, not so much, but okay, I'm just going to move on. Now, with trash time, the connotation, as it was put on some of the memorabilia that they had printed up. I don't know who their printer is, but they really need to do better. And then someone in these palaces needs to truly learn how to proofread, because that was hilarious, that connotation. I mean, it is a con, but okay. So this person, I'm not going to say her name, but it's on the screen. We know who. I fear Charles's let me just say this also, when it ends with an S and you put the, accent or apostrophe, you don't need the other S. I'm just saying, at least not here in the US. But anyway, I fear Charles's coronation will prove to be the beginning of the end of the monarchy. The Carolingian age may be historically correct, but the term lacks a certain glamour. Are folks not happy with their king and consort? Like, I'm kind of not getting the whole gist of this. Although I know that by this screenshot, that's the certain publication that Meghan successfully won against in court, and their owner is good friends, buddies with Space, I should say. So that's probably why this is coming out, because how are they? I know it's a tabloid, so you give or take, but proving the end of the monarchy. I think the monarchy has been long over, long before Queen passed away, but that's just me in America that's not beheld or overwhelmed or starry-eyed over the monarchy. So especially seeing their behavior towards Meghan, yeah, they can go kick rocks. Let me see what some of the comments are saying. Oh my goodness. All right. I see you, I see you, Simon. I'm gonna get to you in 1 second. I feel weird doing that right in the middle of this, so let me do that and then I'll catch up with y'all. Okay, so here's another one. Queen's dismay. The consort you're talking about? Because when I hear queen, I think of QE2. Because for how many years was she just referenced as queen? Yeah. Okay. Queen's dismay at cuts to doll books. So the consort is ruffling feathers or getting into some stuff, as she always seems to do, allegedly. But yeah, I just saw this, didn't understand. I was like, what is she up to? I really don't try to dig too much, but then I saw this. The QC has given what will be interpreted as her take on Roland Dahl fiasco, telling authors at a reception at Clarence House. Oh, you're buttering up authors, are you? Mm-hmm. Please remain true to your calling. What was hers? Unimpeded by those who may wish to curb the freedom of your expression or impose limits on your imagination. Mm-hmm. Is that what you told Jeremy when he wrote that most disgusting opinion on how he, can't sleep at night because he's thinking of Meghan and wants her to, walk through the streets naked and have, shit thrown at her? Is that the freedom of expression and not imposing limitations on the imagination? She is a con. So let me move on. Now, I'm not laughing at this next person per se. I'm just going to say, back to the meme that I just showed. Oh, that is the tweet that this was under. So it's called Karma and it's pronounced haha F you, right? So this person is now coming out crying and looking for sympathy. She has been battling some health issues. I did see people underneath this saying that, and it's the Daily Mail, so that'll give you a whole nother glimpse. Yeah, and that's truly the publication that. So anyway, so now she's sick, but she has time to have her mouth open and spewing about not just Meghan, but other Black women, as if they can't have problems or be upset or be concerned or, say to people, just leave me the F alone. No. Whatever to her. And I'm not even mentioning her name, but it's on the screen. But maybe you should use your time to heal versus trying to just smear and be horribly ugly towards Meghan whenever you can. Just because you dated her ex-husband. He was the ex and a husband. You imagine the women that would come out, if they could, that could say some very similar things about you, BF, after dating your ex-husband. All right. I'm going to move along. Oh, let me just pop into the comments. I see the comments are growing, just to make sure I'm not missing anything. The big-headed fool is clueless and crazy. The monarchy is dying slow. Oh, please. It has been for the longest, especially since they could no longer take openly the resources of other countries and then enslave them. Okay. Gwendolyn, those vipers just want Harry and Meghan to show up. Hope they stay home. Woo! Yeah, that is going to be... I've seen those headlines. Will they, won't they? Will they, won't they? It's already starting. Mina, now they're upset about their future and fearing that the monarchy is coming to an end. Yeah. I mean, they usually always try to blame Meghan for that, but now it's the glamour of the whatever. Like, come on now. Get your life. Hey, Catherine, how are you? It's like It's Your Life. So Cookies, I know there are probably a lot of tears with those racist, jealous cretins on that island about Harry's upcoming events. They're probably incandescent with rage. Yeah, and I hope they stay enraged too. They still won't work or do, half as well as Harry. So, Marcia, I'm seeing that little by little the British ragloids are taking tiny nips out of Chucky. That's because they really want Willie on that throne. Some are already saying Chuck is weak. Oh, but when he gets there, his protections may be gone because they, who else are they going to go after? His wife, his children. I mean, yeah. Mina, that right there. The ancestors don't play, exactly. But some people just won't learn. You have people falling down steps, busting their heads. You have people crying their eyelashes off. You have people who have other illnesses that pop up. Oh, yeah. And then the one that fell down the steps had some other issue. Keep her, Meghan Markle, out of your mouths in the disparaging way that you like to, y'all like to run around the countryside doing, and then maybe y'all will be okay. All right. Lydia and me, she'd be granted the same grace and mercy she extended to the Sussexes. Exactly. She can go on her sympathy tour if she wants to. Whatever. I'm Black Queen Cookies and Cream. They are the ones probably that made the venue sold out. They will also be online watching in the thousands. Oh, yeah, and that's on them. Hello, Marilyn. Hello, Hattie. How are you? Rochelle. Hope you are all well. Hey, Alex. How are you? I hope you are well. Janice. Wow, the gang's all here. Hey, Nell. What's going on? Greetings from South Africa. Thank you. And greetings back to you. All right, so let me get through these few things. Oh, and you know what? Let me get up here in these comments because I don't want them to disappear. And I think I may have. Okay, here we go. Let me take a little break from the trash time. Just a little mini break. Let me come up here. Let me click here because they'll disappear in the comments on this side and I can't get back to them and I don't want that to happen. And I must acknowledge the love that y'all share with me. So let me come down here. Y'all just be patient. Number one up, Alma. Thank you so very much. Let me hit this for you. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Thank you so very much, Alma. I so appreciate that. And then Simon. Hello, Simon, and thank you. And this is for you. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Thank you so very much. All right. I just wanted to be sure I acknowledge those before I StreamYard does a little, comments going all the way to the top and then I can't get to them in time. So no other comments that I'm missing. Let me see. Lydia, very true, Black Queen. They got tickets as fast as a squad, but claim they don't care. Yeah, I mean, I know Squad shows up positively and supports Harry and Meghan. And many of us bought multiple books, but yeah, driving it up to bestseller even before it was on the market for sale. Yeah. Thank you, Derangers. We appreciate you. So back to trash time. All right. I saw this and I thought, okay, this is cute, but not really. I didn't even know they had a show, I Want to Marry Harry. I'm guessing it was some other show not related to Prince Harry, but says, ironic, Prince Harry chose Meghan Markle because the show's critic thought he'd marry somebody that didn't look like Meghan. I didn't click on that, and I just was like, let me come on over here and just take the screenshot because I don't like giving too many of these places things the click. So But Kimberly, don't try to think that you look like Meghan. I'm just going to say that. Okay, moving along. I see that the Spanish royals, as well as in Denmark, they catch some heat too here and there. But I notice there's a certain narrative that's going on that I've seen used with some other royal. And I'm just going to see if you all pick up on the same thing. So, yeah, this tabloid, Spanish royals always follow strict rules in public, but young princesses often forget. So this was about them traveling together. So, you know, the heir and the spare shouldn't be on the same plane or probably even the same car. And just in case something should happen. But protocol, royal protocol. Obviously, the Spanish monarch and the royals aren't trying to really hear what the UK wants to say. If they're traveling and they feel safe in traveling that way, great. Calm your nerves, sit down, let these young women, because they are teens, be teens and do what their parents, who are the king and queen, allow them to do. So basically, mind your damn business, Daily Express. Okay. So, Lord. Here we go with another. Will Spain's commoner queen help to save the monarchy? I see this as a slam on her. Queen Letizia has been the queen for a while. Why she has to be called a commoner? Like, why do you have to add that part in? Obviously, if she was royal born, she would be in some other country and probably really would be related to her husband. So yeah, they don't need to marry within like those ranks. Because to me, even marrying Aristo is still, you're not royal. So are you a commoner too? You know, it's just weird that they, seem to wanna. Will she help the monarchy? We always see headlines about a certain person that cosplays a lot of things. I guess she'll start dressing like, Queen Letizia now, because we see headlines. Will she save? I'm waiting for will the UK's commoner when she becomes the queen. I'm surprised they didn't put that about the current consort. Maybe they did. I just haven't seen it, but yeah. So I labeled these two articles, same narrative, but Spanish royals. So yeah, same narrative the UK's play. So also in trash time, Harry and Meghan's name always has to seem to be brought into things, even when it's other royal families. So this is the second son of the Queen in Denmark and his family. His older children are by his first wife. The younger ones are by the wife that's in the picture. And I saw this with this headline. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, might have some new royal neighbors, the U.S. So in the U.S., I'm sure that was what it was supposed to say. If rumors about Denmark's Prince Joachim and Princess Marie are anything to go by. Royals of different families have lived in the U.S. from time to time. But now, yeah, it's like, oh, they won't be alone. They're going to move right next door to Harry and Meghan. Nah, I doubt that, but okay. But you had to parlay Harry and Meghan into this to make it worthwhile of people actually. I mean, that's what caught my eye. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? They're going to have neighbors. How you all know this is beyond me, but okay. I'll leave it at that. But yeah. So if they move, they move. Other royals at different points in time have lived in the U.S. I know from Sweden, Madeline, I think that's her name, Madeline, has lived here with her husband and 3 or 4 children. Yeah. And actually she met her husband while she was living in New York. Yeah. Let's go way, way back. Mm-hmm. First you got, Eugenie might be moving. And then now you have these royals. I guess they're still upset that the titles were stripped from their children. They're counts and countesses. They're not prince and princesses or HRH, prince and princesses. Oh my. But that's not the reason why Harry and Meghan left, because of some flipping titles. So let's not compare the two. Let's not compare the two. Now I noticed this and I had to laugh. Unearthed snaps of Princess Diana baby space up for auction. It's kind of odd and cuckoo birds that some pictures would be up for auction. I would think that wouldn't be allowed, but all because Spare's out. Here we go with suddenly these pictures are found and they're up for auction. Yeah, we see you, Space. We see you. I saw this. I wasn't sure where. I think it goes with another article that's like the pecking order type thing. But Prince Harry has never thought he was above criticism. This was a response to the person saying, if Harry wants to live a millionaire's lifestyle above criticism and with total privacy, he can. But living as a private citizen, getting a job and earning his as a private citizen, getting a job and earning his own fortune. Whoever in the tabloid world put that out, are you like an idiot? Because he is a private citizen, he has a job, and he has been earning his own fortune. And that is what is the stick up your butts. That really has y'all worked up over there, because they didn't go away and come back as paupers as you were hoping. So a squaddie was responding and saying, Prince Harry has never thought he was above criticism, but it's not unreasonable for anyone to expect not to be willfully, maliciously lied about, endangering his and his wife and kids' lives. So yeah, that's where he has asked you to stop. And he said that in a 2016 release he did, where he told the media to back off. They didn't listen. And he said it's their lives, really Meghan's life. So, that's when those death threats were, kicking up. We know people have been jailed because of the death threats that they've made against. So calling Harry a race traitor and all this other stuff. So please spare me. Because the ones that sit out there and want to say, oh, she's not black. Really? Because if she was white, there would be no, they wouldn't have any issue. They wouldn't be going on these tirades or throwing these little jabs here and there. Spare me with that. Okay. Now, the funniest thing, given the engagements that we know about, keyword that we know about, and we know that they attended what turned out to be, they thought it was a birthday party and turned out to be a vow renewal, Ellen and her wife. But this cracked me up. Meghan, Harry underestimated how low in Hollywood's pecking order they'd be. Ex-pal. I'm not sure who the ex-pal is. You know how sources. When I tell you I don't read these things, I literally am like, not doing it. Screenshot, yes. But they're not into a pecking order. Now, Meghan knew where she stood in Hollywood, and she's even said, if this person watched a docuseries, she wasn't out to try to get some Oscar or, have their indie project blow up and be some huge thing. That wasn't her thing with Hollywood. She was working, having an income that provided that she could go out and volunteer and be in Rwanda or be somewhere else, in India, and helping organizations and bringing to light their names. I do miss them on Instagram when they did their monthly You know, here are the organizations you can follow. And when you looked into these organizations, you were like, wow, it's powerful. I still follow Good News. So they'll have you in tears sometimes. So just be warned, because the stories are so powerful that they share at times. Now, this last one for Trash Time, y'all went on such a thing about them suing that they actually had to, a statement like, we're not suing them. Like, what? Who cares? Oh, Meghan is so upset on how she was portrayed. She's used to the bullshit of how she's portrayed by some. And, I think how they were portrayed with regard to privacy, is nothing compared to that 2011 South Park with Space pegging himself while he's up there trying to get married. So on that note, that rounds out Trash Time. So let me jump in the comments and spend the rest of the time with you. Oh my goodness. Let me not miss that. See? Do I need to go over to the YouTube side for a second? Oh, I see a notification. Oh, Mrs. S. Oh. Now, y'all, if I had missed this, the smoke I would have gotten behind the scenes, Lord be. But Mrs. S knows I love her. I really do. Let me see. Thank you so much for your generosity. Listen, as a channel member, y'all know, you know what I always say. Y'all already are giving. So I do thank you, because I don't want to catch heat. Thank you for being an apologetic voice of reason where the Sussexes are concerned. And you're welcome, and I'm glad you're here. I'm glad to see you. So this is for you. One moment, please. I might have to play it a few times. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Thank you so much, Mrs. S. I feel a comment is brewing. I'm going to get a comment. I know I am. You know I love you. No. Educate. You're so funny. Thank you. And sweet. Okay, wait a minute. 1 second. I got to go back to my spot. Woo. Okay. I keep hitting on. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Thank you. I was trying to get my cup of tea, take a sip, hit that. And yeah, that doesn't all work. Sometimes multitasking doesn't work. I'll just stay here in this spot so that I can click it again if someone else. Let me look at the comments. Good morning, Rosanna. How are you? See, Mac, what's going on? No need to sue when South Park is getting sued by age. Oh, okay. There you go. Oh, okay. I meant to say unapologetic. Oh, I got you. People should already know. Let's see. Anna, the ex will come back and scrape the gum off their shoes. It will come and bite them. All the evildoers are tumbling down. It's not the first or last, yeah. But they keep coming back and they keep sticking their foots in their mouths, and it's just, yeah. Hey, Valerie, how are you? Let me see. Dolores, my question is, how did South Park know that Space in his habit in 2011? Oh, it was well known. It's well known in the circles. It's only recently, I think, that he put a gag order to ensure that it didn't come out. But you know, they actually showed what he likes to be pegged with. I'm gonna leave it at that. Oh, move moving on, moving on, moving on, moving on. Do, 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 do. Okay. Who's the same person? What I miss? Hey, boss lady, how are you? All right. VS speaks. How do I make a contribution without making you know who gets that? Mrs. S, you could always, I like to acknowledge everyone. So you can always, go to Cash App and the information's in the description. Mm-hmm. Woo, you're silly. Mrs. S, no wonder Bald Mop has such yellow teeth. I'm sorry. Woo. Now, I don't know if I saw Elaine here or not, because, she's the voice of reason. I do need someone to explain to me what the deal is with people who have so much, allegedly, because I have to say allegedly, money, but yet don't take care of their dental, which is usually a clear sign of your hygiene overall. That's what most people say. Just, the royals tore up from the floor up with that mouth. Say what you wish about Harry, but I bet you this is pearly whites, because they're white again, because he's hopefully given up a little smoking. Although he did roll it. Never mind. Anyway, he likes what he likes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Gwendolyn, what is this? Clueless Kate looked at a clown. Oh, looked like a clown at BAFTA. Yeah. Wow. She looked like those inflatables, with the long arms and they're waggling. Yeah, that's what she looked like to me. That's just my opinion on that. Rochelle, when will the Sussex Squad hold a Sunday marathon on Harry and Meghan documentary? We can run up the watch hours again, poke the tabloids and derangers into a tizzy. I don't know who was doing watch. Who was doing? Because see, have to be careful here on the YouTube when you're dealing with content of others. There would be a lot of stopping and talking through to ensure that you're not just putting up and watching content and then the channel gets zapped, because it will happen. Y'all now. Anna, Mrs. Essie has big teeth like a horse. I knew that was coming. I knew the minute I saw that other one that was coming. Okay. I'm going to move on from y'all because y'all are. Hey, Sam, how are you? Mrs. Maybe the dentists on Double Island need to go to California for a refresher course. Come to the U.S., get that education. But that doesn't mean that people will go to the dentist. I know we have, from there's probably a lot of stuff in the water if you drink it from the tap, but unless you have well water, then your water should be pretty good. But let me move on. Each night, those earrings she wore looked like a kid's project. I was so caught into she's wearing this flowy thing. Someone picked up on her shoes being gold, and I was like, how in the world? Squad don't miss anything. But the gloves and that gown just took me out. And of course, her reaching for her husband's hand and him like, wave at somebody and then tap her on the shoulder. Yeah, that whole thing, why do they try? If you didn't start out that way, don't try to now become that, because it just does not work. Excuse me. I'm good. I'm trying to behave myself, but it's not really working. Cookies and cream, the South Park clip about the Prince of Pagan needed to get the same energy and intention as a clip of the Sussex. I hope it gets plastered all over social media and let it trend as long as possible. Well, now, oh, don't think that, Squad has not done their part on that. But, I mean, it was violent. But if that's how he gets down, that's how he gets down. And it is well known for them to have put it into South Park. Just saying. This says, what was with the black gloves? Her non-stylists really dislike her. That's a good question for her. Hey, Life's Magical Journey, how are you? Because I can't answer what was with those. It just, it wasn't working at all. And I just laughed because I'm like, she was, I guess, insulted that Meghan didn't want her stylists, or if that's just tabloid fodder. But girl, please. Gwendolyn, William has too much of the wrong thing. Well, do. Roses for roses, and he loves his roses. One may not ever really sniff too much roses. Her rose must be good. These are a few of his favorite things. Rochelle, and y'all are welcome. It's time for me to go. What time is it? Okay. Kate's Valentine confession said it all. She expected no flowers. Well, I'm glad she didn't expect any because, it's hard to get flowers if he's not even home. Okay. Well, I guess he could have had 1-800-Flowers if they even have that in the UK. Whoa, let me stop. How did the whole look didn't work? It really didn't. It was too much. He's trying to look like GQ. He's still Harry's wedding look, for the reception when he came out looking like the but Space, you're still missing the mark. And you will have to figure out what that mark is. You just don't have it. I don't know if you ever had it. Tells you the truth, because once you I'm sure she didn't expect anything and got nothing. Well, we never know what she might have gotten on the side. Because when the cat's away, the mice do play. That's the same, right? Okay, this is really bad, and I need to get myself off here because we're going to go down a rabbit hole. Marshall, the gold, the gold large, long dangling earrings. I didn't even look. I stopped when I was watching the hand coordination that didn't coordinate. And the gold shoes Kate wore with the white dress with the strand of toilet paper hanging down her back with the long black gloves and black coach was a hot mess. That is a visual for all of you. When did I share that? Because I would have to go look. Because I clear out the items that I'm sharing for each live stream. I try to clear out the majority because you can only have a certain number. And oh, it was on members. I don't think I even pulled it over here. But anyway, yeah, Marshall, you got it. I didn't even look at her. I just saw that flowy gown, and then I saw her hand trying to reach for his and his trying to run away. And then he patted her, tapped her on the shoulder, and then they walked off. And because the clip is so quick, and that was the disaster for me. But I love how you guys give such a full description of the hot mess. needs to pick a style and go with it, because she is all over the place trying to catch Meghan, just like she almost had to be on the race track to catch up with Baldy Mop's hand, which he pulled away. Oof. Well, I mean, she shrugged. Surprisingly, she didn't shrug away her shoulder. I guess she was just so like, oh, you're not going to hold my hand, you know. Mm-hmm. There's so many ways I could go, but let me go on to the next comment. Anyone look at William's jacket and see how short and Black Queen? That's why I said he was trying. He has been trying with each of these black tie looks to recreate. I don't get the velvet. I don't get, at least it was in green. I will say that. And I don't care what country you're visiting. You don't have to take it to that extreme. Okay. Whoever their stylist, butlers, whatever, who dresses you, please tell them to stop. Go back. You know what, Kate? Go back to your coat dresses. It probably suits you a little better. Lord knows you cannot do the style you were doing prior to marriage, because your belly was out, as well as flashing other parts of your body as you got out of cabs. But you can't do that style. But, you know, go back to the coat dresses. You cosplayed Queen to the point of cosplaying the Queen, and just go back to that. That's what we know you for. All this other stuff is just not working. That's just my personal opinion. All right. I keep cutting. Oh, I guess, you know, my ancestors are like, behave yourself and get off of here. The earrings had flowers on them on top of that. Oh, God. That was crepe paper. Oh, y'all. Uh-oh. You want a picture? All right. Let me figure out what where I can get the picture quickly. Hold on. 1 second, please. 1 second. Without anything coming up in volume. It was in members. I think the video has some music playing, so I might not be able to do that. So let me just. Now, mind you, the picture is, you know, it won't have the head shot in it, but you'll get the gist. And you ask for it and you get it. Now, you're not going to see her. You're not going to see her head, because this is how they posted this on Twitter. And so, Oh, it was BAFTAs, right? Yeah. So let me put that there. Excuse me. Let me come over here and see if I can grab this picture that you so desperately want to see, and it's going to hurt your eyes. This is just going to give you a little bit of, now, you won't see her head, but this is how this was put up. This is the look, and I can't really blow it up any bigger, but this is her trying to grab his hand. Mm-hmm. But here's the dress. So again, doing the one shoulder thing again, that she gets all her glowing remarks over. Mm-hmm. But those black gloves, and now I see the clutch. Now I see the shoes. Okay, I get it. Hopefully this is good enough for you all, because I'm getting nauseous. Okay, there we go. Okay. Cookies and cream. Home is where the peg is. Papa was a pegging stone. Wherever he laid his peg was his home. Well, Oh, did she? Tia, maybe Kate was having a disco moment with those earrings. I think the whole outfit seemed to be like I just don't get it. I just don't get it. H9 exactly looked ridiculous. She hasn't seen Meghan, so she had nothing to go by. Well, I mean, Ma Jones, VS Speaks, maybe Kate Stylist is Wilmot Mistress too. Oh, geez. Allegedly, the thoughts and opinions of those in the comments is not that of VS Speaks. I'm just saying, but let me keep on scrolling. She should have used the KISS method. Keep it simple. No gloves, black shoes, and purse, and simple understated earrings and less makeup. If she truly was trying to cosplay, she would, but I guess she was making a statement, and that statement was just throw everything in that you want to wear, and it looks great. Because people are going to stand and say, oh, you look beautiful. You look great. You always have to have that real friend that's like, no, where do you think you're going? Okay. And especially you have to take in what event it is. You're going to come in. They're not going to applaud. So you're going to look even crazier. And then you're going to sit there like a statue and not smile and clap here and there. She didn't need all that. She really didn't. She could have went very, 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 very low key. Less is better. Less, minimal, less. Let's see. Kate looks horrible at the awards. At one point, they showed her without the black gloves. Her stylist certainly hates her. Oh, she decided to take the gloves off, so it was only for her entrance, in case they did touch hands, maybe? Raven, oh, shit. I just realized that they were trying to recreate Harry and Meghan's wedding Ishtar look. So big. You get it now? Yes. And it was a epic fail, as always. As always, they both trying to cosplay. Not gonna happen. The charisma, the love that Harry and Meghan share. Space and cosplay, just stop. Just stop. Go back to the arm shrugging and being the stiff royals when you're out in public, that you don't show any PDA, not even touching hands or any other body part. Just go back to that and let us all breathe a sigh of relief when you do, because this other thing is not working. See, Mac? Looking like Ming Ming the Panda. Thank you. Because I was like, why is this giving me... Okay. I'm not the only one that thought of that. Oh, my goodness. Rachel's son. Ellen is low. What happened with Ellen? What are you talking about? Rochelle, tabloids, i.e. Independent, still reporting Harry still seeking an apology before committing to coronation. Okay. Those are dynamics none of us, I don't understand it because my family's not set up like that. But yeah, I'm just going to leave it like that. Gwen absolutely can't wait when Harry and Meghan step out again. Ooh. Meghan slays, and she's not intending to slay, but she does. I mean, they were at Invictus, and she had on the jeans and the jacket and the sunglasses. She slayed, even in that look. And she made everybody realize, oh, I'm not a pauper. And gave that it was low key, but it was a very, Marshall Willie wearing his black velour tux and bow tie. He had the same jacket in green that he wore with a turtleneck with his bald head. He did not look, he did look like a giant bottle of Mission roll-on deodorant. Oh my God. I cannot today. I cannot with you. Hey, Spirit Mouse, how are you? Good to see you again. Good to see you again. Thank you, Anna. That's true. Mumbelina will never be like M. She wants to be so badly. like many who don't like, the darker pigment melanated ones, but will lay in the sun to try to get as dark as us in the summer. And I'm just leaving that comment right there. Okay. Mrs. says, I think the black gloves were worn to put the attention on the dress, but all it did was make her look like she had claws. Okay. I'm just going to have to. C-Mac really did, Mrs. S. C-Mac hit the nail on the head. Thank you, because she put into words. I was like, what look does this have? And that was it, a panda. And she even insulted Ming Ming. Okay. On that, I'm going to say, hey, midwife, how are you? I'm going to wrap this up because, yeah, we're having a little too much fun. And I see where it's going. Gwendolyn, you always have the thought about, didn't they look in the mirror? Oh, they looked. She thought she looked beautiful. Of course, Space is so wrapped up in his own self that I'm sure he didn't give two thoughts and was like, yeah, if he was home at the time that she was, got ready to go to the event. Apparently they probably showed up in the same vehicle. I don't know, because they do have a habit of showing up in different vehicles, different destinations. Okay. Let me wind it all the way down. Okay, so thank you all, because I see where I'm going, and I'm going to put a stop to my own self. Mrs. says, heck, it's getting good. Where are you going? Oh, no. Oh, hey, Elaine, how are you? Oh, you've been asleep. Oh, that's okay. You're allowed. Get some good rest. Hildy, thank you for a real podcast. You're welcome. I hope you enjoyed the picture. My acid reflux kicked in a little bit there, but yeah, it's a hot mess all the way around. But to all of you who have come in to the live stream, I thank you all. I thank you all for participating, sharing me out, dropping a comment, thumbsing up, even if you put a thumbs down. Thank you so much for the engagement. Please be safe out there. My favorite, wear your mask. And we'll be talking soon. Woosah. Thank you so much for the laughter, because y'all know who y'all are, who really put the laughter in. And I do apologize for, the audio with the live stream, but sometimes my internet likes to cut up on me also. So have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I will be seeing most of you in different YouTube hallways. Please take care of yourself, even in those YouTube hallways, because some of them are a little cutthroat, especially right now, and that's all I'm saying. Anyway, those on the space station, peace to you also. Have a good one. Bye, everybody.